We are about to go to the remote regions of our planet via Google Maps.
Yes.
Once we are there, we will be tasked with how far do we have to go to get to the stuff that we will need, like, I don't know. Stevie's gonna have to ask us. How far is it gonna take, how far away from a grocery store are you?
This is gonna be great. The way you've described it.
Can you look at a map and know how far it is to get to places?
It's kind of like our version of that thing where you just look at a place on the earth and try to figure out where you're at.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Okay, cool.
But first, freeze frame.
Yeah, now we make it difficult for him. It's so difficult to freeze frame when we're moving so much.
Yeah.
It's a lot of additional effort.
Well, not really.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
Now, you know how when you're out in the country and stuff is just so far away, you know? And it's like if you're out in the country, you got to get to Walmart, to McDonald's, the places you got to go.
Oh, are these locations all in the United States, or are we going international?
They're all in the U.S. of A.
Okay.
Country.
And in each round, I think it would be a fun little thing if we compared it to how far Bowie's Creek was to these things.
Yeah.
Just by way.
You know what? That sounds
By way of
really
comparison.
fun.
That's how I'm going to think about it.
I love that.
Yep.
Dunning, Nebraska. I want you to tell me how far is the nearest McDonald's if you live in Dunning, Nebraska.
Can we see a pic?
Do we have a pic?
Are you seeing them? There we go. Is that helpful for you?
No. Why can't we see satellite view?
Oh, that's a...
Oh, you thought you were going to
seeing-
recognize the roof of the McDonald's in the satellite image and then
I'm seeing
capture
I just
surrounding
that.
thought I'd
street.
be able to tell, like, we're in the farm area but okay.
Well, we're in the white area, not the green area.
Do you want to know a little something about Dunning?
Yeah, give us a little something
Been there,
about
Dunning that.
It might help you. That's exactly the fact I was going to give you,
Yep.
but here's another one.
most
It
played
is
out
home
joke.
to, if you go to TripAdvisor and you're visiting Dunning,
Yeah.
top attraction would be the Boneyard Creation Museum, where they display scientific evidence for creation, and they
It's
show
a
the
large
difference between
museum.
evolution
It's
and
very large.
creation.
Say that again, last part.
They just show you the difference between evolution and creation. There is a gift shop at the Boneyard Creation Museum in Dunning.
Boy, they're never going to compete with the one in Kentucky, though.
Dunning.
They got an arc. Come on.
They got a
Full-size
life-size
ark.
ark. And it's got all the animals on it.
I think it has some of the animals.
It's clear that it could have had all of them,
Well, of
and that
course.
they all would have survived a
Right.
worldwide
How
flood.
else would they all have made it through the flood without being all in the boat? Come on.
Dunning, how far to what? What do you?
McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's.
I like how you phrase it as if I've forgotten to ask the question every time,
Yeah.
as if that's
Stevie.
the pattern.
Stevie, come on, Stevie.
Yeah.
I think that there's probably a McDonald's at the intersection of the two big yellow roads to the west there. At least that close.
The yellow roads to the west.
The ones between Valentine and North Platte and Alliance and Broken Bow.
If you're going that far,
This could be way out there. That would be the minimum distance, maximum
I
distance.
think that's a 2-hour drive to get to that intersection.
No way. How many hours do you think it takes to drive across all of Nebraska? What? 8?
Yeah, but where is the other part of Nebraska?
45. I'm going to say. Okay. Miles or kilometers?
I prefer it in miles, please.
I put it in mine in minutes. Is that okay? 48
No.
minutes.
Well, translate that to mileage quickly.
Well, okay.
How fast you going?
I'm going pretty fast, so well, no, I think it's the same amount of miles. You're
Okay.
going 60 miles an hour. You're
Interesting.
going
I said 38 miles.
48 miles.
41.2.
Oh, I'm
You were
closer.
closer, and I went over.
You
Closer.
were both all over that, though.
40 minutes is about,
Okay.
if you want to live in the country,
Oh, they went the other way.
I went the other way. 40
East.
40 minutes is about as long as you want to go to get to places, you know? Like, for us to go to the movie theater growing up, we would have to drive, well, if we wanted to go to like a nice movie theater, we would have to drive 40 minutes, maybe 35 if you know, if the roads were good. But
what
we
about-
could go to Dunn in 13 minutes.
But what about McDonald's? We were
McDonald's?
5 minutes. We were 5 miles from a McDonald's. I was a little bit closer.
Well, once they put the McDonald's in Lillington, but before that,
we were.
we were in high school when they put in the McDonald's in Lillington.
How far was that McDonald's in Dunn? The McDonald's in Dunn was on the other side of town. That was 15 miles.
Yeah, we had
Y'all had a Dunning. We had a Dunn.
We had it rough, y'all.
There had to be a Dunn for there to be a Dunning.
Give us a
In
number.
there. Lund.
Stevie, can you tell us the next one again? Because I know you've already told me. I just forgot.
41.
Lund, Nevada. Nevada?
Nevada. That's how they say it.
To Walmart Supercenter. We're talking a big Walmart. We're talking a grocery store. And if it's helpful, big place in Lund is the Jailhouse Casino, where it's a funky old style casino with some tweakers and country folk inside.
We're trying to get close to what?
Description.
What'd you say?
Walmart Supercenter.
Walmart
Okay, this is kind of okay.
Supercenter.
I have a slight advantage here because you see that road from Fallon to Austin to Eureka to Eli to Baker.
Yeah.
I drove that road last year.
Oh, you did? You got so close to Lund.
No. When did I go? When I did my solo trip, when I went up into that part of Nevada, I drove on that road, and then I came back down probably on the road that this place is on to go to. Like I skipped Vegas to come back home.
Did you go through Tonopah?
No, I thought about it, but I ended up kind of going around Tonopah. So I've been to Eli. I know I stopped there.
What?
And the thing I was thinking about all these towns as I was going on this road, this is the most desolate place I've ever seen on earth.
So when you went through Eli or even Eureka, it's not like there would be a super Walmart?
No.
I mean, we've been to Tonopah, and the fact that it's showing up on this map,
There's no Walmart in Tonopah. There
It's
wasn't when we were there. 10
it's a
years
ghost
ago.
town. It's a town with ghosts and a clown motel.
These towns would be like what was left from a gold mining town and the people who just decided to stay. And there'd be like a gas station and like a grocery store and a hardware store.
How many miles?
I mean, it would literally say things like 100 miles to the next gas station in a couple of places. 100 miles to next gas. And I'd be like, okay, I'm getting a little nervous. So I'm going to go crazy here.
But there's a casino there.
Who said that?
Jail. You aren't listening.
I was thinking about my trip.
Stevie, I'm always
Thank
listening.
you, Link. I told you about the Jailhouse Casino where there's
Tweakers, man.
tweakers and country folk.
Country folk. Just write down your
I knew you weren't listening because you didn't acknowledge that at all. You said, I've been on that road.
That's right.
202 miles.
I went with 74 because I'm thinking maybe we get lucky.
You can get lucky, but you might get more than that in Lund.
207 miles.
Dang!
Yes.
So look, see? You go all the way down to Henderson, which is basically Vegas, right?
All the way down.
Wow.
Well, you see, when Link listens to my fun facts, he gets the answers correct.
Well, I think he
right?
got it because he was listening to me talk about my trip.
Yeah, I did, Stevie. Honestly, that's the truth.
Because I said you got to go 100 miles to gas. He just said, well,
Well,
I'm
then
going
why
to go
did
twice
you guess the guess that you guessed?
I don't know because I got cold feet.
Yeah. Nothing you said helped me with my guess. I just want to,
Okay,
I just have to be honest. But I did hear it. I did hear what you had to say. I was just,
Beatrice, Alabama. How far to the KFC from Beatrice, Alabama?
Beatrice.
Here's a fun fact for you guys, maybe. Hank Williams' boyhood home is in Beatrice. You can visit it. It's a museum. They might talk about creation there as well.
They could. They
There
probably
is-
do.
There is nothing
What did you say?
Showing up.
They probably do. I thought you said
See, she's not.
diddle-oo.
Well, let me tell you another story about a time in my life. Okay, you see, there between Atlanta and Birmingham, there is that Interstate 20.
Actually, I don't. Oh, and Birmingham's the north.
Yep, up there at the top. So in 2002,
Talladega National Forest?
2002, I was an engineer, and my story of hard hat, when I went on the job site and walked
Hard hat!
as a young engineer walking around the power plant without a hard hat and getting yelled at by the foreman.
What did you think they were saying?
Oh, I knew they were saying hard hat. That was not the story. The story is the fact that they were saying hard hat, but it was off of 20. And
You've been here too.
we flew to Atlanta. Well, no, flew to Atlanta, and then that was the time that I had that steak that I talk about that was served at the restaurant. That was a restaurant and a church in one, and the pastor was the head chef. And so and literally the restaurant just had 2 doors that opened up into a full sanctuary with pews. And so he was like,
Sanctuary.
he would preach during Sunday and he would serve steak the rest of the week.
I
And it
bet
was
his
so
blessings
good.
were good. I bet it was very blessed.
He did. I mean, he didn't bless it for us. KFC?
People down here in Alabama don't want to go to KFC.
I don't know, man.
You might have to go all the way down to
Montgomery? You got to get to Montgomery before you get on a KFC? I don't think so.
What about that intersection where 65?
Yeah, 65 in that one.
They probably
down
got
there.
a truck stop.
Put a KFC there.
That's what I'm thinking, and then I'm just looking at the.
How big is Alabama? I don't know. It's what
If you have to drive over 200 miles to go to a Walmart, you are in the middle of nowhere. But you can gamble.
If you have to go all the way to Montgomery, you're going to go 94 miles. But if you have to go just to that intersection, you're going to go 37 miles.
71 miles. I thought to that intersection, honestly.
29.9 miles.
Oh, and we were right about the intersection.
Yep, that's where it was. We can spot an intersection.
Yep, we know that there's going to be a KFC there. That's only 21 miles.
29.9.
Here's another story.
That is not.
One summer I worked for the Department of Transportation for North Carolina, and my job was numbering intersections on a map by hand.
But weren't they already numbered?
Some of them weren't. It was the new ones.
You named intersections?
No, you just number them. You just number it, and then you enter it into this. Actually, I just wrote it on there and then gave it to somebody who entered it in on a computer. That's how inefficient it was.
So if you missed one and you had numbered them all, and you're like, oh crap, did you have to go back?
Fudge it a little bit. Who cares?
There'd be a 1 through 80, and then back here where 4s, there'd be a 90.
Yeah, they'd figure it out. That's what I thought.
What? Yeah, I see your lay girl over there. If I would have won, what would my lay girl have been? It's the exact same.
Yeah, same
Same body.
same body.
Well,
Why
yeah,
did they
you
give my body to you and to me?
we never anticipated ever you showing both of them. So this is embarrassing because
Yeah,
we
you
were
don't
trying to
use my
cut
body
some
on red.
corners. We were trying to, and look at what you've done now. And you showed the back, and that is.
Yeah, but we use my chips.
Now this guy, there's no hair on my body. This guy is me, and there's no hair on my body.
You got to get rid of your hair once you go in.
I mean,
unless you're Burt Reynolds.
all around here, talking about, he's got a Brazilian.
Yeah.
Is my head?
That small? No.
Is my body?
No.
No. 10 tips on camping with your lesbian BFF.
That's pretty good.
Lay girl.
That's pretty good.
Lay girl. It's a play on Playgirl, which is a
Yeah. And the lesbian is
magazine.
Stevie.
Do they show Wiener in a Playgirl?
Yeah, in the good ones, yeah.
No, in actual Playgirl.
Hold on, we're Googling.
Do they?
I don't know if the ladies want to see the wiener.
Well,
Have you seen it?
Why don't you?
Have you
why don't
you watched
why don't you speak
Naked
for 'em?
Attraction yet?
Naked Attraction.
What?
Oh, you haven't heard about this?
Well, now I'm interested.
Is this a reality dating show where they
yeah.
see they just show
But
the
it's-
bodies?
Each other naked.
But it's a UK show that they've had since 2018.
So do they show their
Max put it on Max, and you have to search for it. And there's like 6 seasons of it, and it's like a lineup of people that like the wall raises from the floor, so you see like their wee woos right up front, wee woos and hoo ha's.
Really?
That's the first thing you
Yes.
see, and then you
Yeah,
then
and then it goes up to like the chest area, and then it goes up to their face, and they can hear everything, and then like the last thing you can ask them a question or something. At that point, I don't care.
You can, but earlier you can ask their genitals something.
right. Yeah.
They
Raise
talk
your right
about
ball
them.
if-
They talk about them, and they can hear them. They like walk over to them like you're in like an art museum, and then
You're just
they
like,
talk about.
No,
They
no
don't
touching.
touch them.
That's why you're not allowed on the show.
huh, what's this? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and that's a wiener you're touching, right?
Yeah, it's a wiener. But
I mean, of course.
in Playgirl, I don't think they show the blah 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 blah.
No, I think they might show like a bulge. Tight shorts.
Oh, they are.
I bet they do now.
Those are vintage. The covers that those. Why do we do that? The covers that those are on are vintage Playgirl magazines. Why would we do that anyway? But I guess you can see for yourself. What if they just stumbled upon? I'm confused.
Oh,
That was just supposed to be a surprise.
Really? Women's liberation, good or bad?
I don't know. Give us a few years to figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you on that.
But we will figure it out.
Yeah, we'll be the judge of that, ladies.
Here's an article called
No, there's more woman
Newborn.
than man in there.
This article is called Newborn, and it's written by Barry Head.
Oh, boobies.
Barry Head. In what?
There's a cartoon boobies,
Cartoon boobies.
but no cartoon schlong. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I did find this little.
Yes.
Set off all.
Yes, buddy.
I did find a set off all.
Look at this. Oh my goodness.
It's a NASCAR guy.
It says hiss on his. Look at this guy. He's just a normal looking dude.
He's just a NASCAR driver. There's his suit over there.
Just an average dude with his helmet in this particular place. I have to find.
That's where I always put my hand.
Oh, I got one too.
Oh, snap.
He's in every issue. Every issue. Like they freaking didn't even buy 2 different issues.
It's Mike Hiss is his name. Mike Hiss. Mike Hiss?
My kiss is.
That sounds made up, y'all.
Oh, and look, it's a calendar for the year 1973. It's got a little calendar. Hey, we need to do this, Rhett. I'm
What
telling
are
you,
your
man,
beliefs about the legalization of abortion in this country?
we need to do this.
We've come full circle, everybody.
And is that the only picture in the whole thing?
You know, women, we really like to read.
Unliberated Libra.
And smoke. Oh, gosh. I just took it right off.
Where's the article about your lesbian BFF?
I think that's just on the cover.
Don't miss your chance to grab November's pin of the month, Turkey in a Trash Can, available to date only at mythical.com.